there's a common misconception about training mode that you have to like spend hours in it in order to get any value out of it. Oh, I was about to answer that question before you asked it. There is a common misconception about training mode that you have to spend hours in it in order to get any value, and that is just absolutely not true. The real purpose of training mode is to go in with the intention of doing one thing. For instance, there's your character has a combo that you don't know how to do, but you want to learn it, right? You go into training mode and practice doing that combo until you can do it 3 times in a row without dropping it, and then you stop.
You win.
Then you go apply it, right? Ideally, you would hop out of the lab and then go try it in some matches. You don't sit there for hours and hours and hours just trying to learn new combos and different things. Like, you go in there with one goal, complete that goal, and then you move on to application, right? And then when you go to play, you focus your entire game around using that concept that you just learned. So it's like, if you want to learn how to anti-air, right? Anti-airing is super important in, I mean, really any 2D games, but Street Fighter specifically, it is really important to know how to anti-air. When I was practicing anti-airing for the first time, what I did was I went into the lab, I set the dummy to jump, and I just practiced hitting the dummy out of the air when it jumped, right? Like, something as simple as that. Okay, cool. Something as simple as that, just hit the dummy out of the air when it jumped. And I did that for like maybe 10 minutes. Maybe. Because I started to get the hang of, when I see my opponent's character in the air, I do this move, and it will hit them, right? Let's go to training mode, and I'll demonstrate it. So I'm in the lab, right? This is training mode. Street Fighter V has the unique advantage of being able to search for online matches while you're in the lab, which is great. Every fighting game should have that. Not all of them do, but Street Fighter V does. So I set the dummy to jump, and I know that my character has a DP input, a Shoryuken, that is invincible to jump-in attacks. So that move is designed specifically to anti-air with. So I'll sit here in the lab, and every time the dummy jumps, I'll just practice, what ranges, like, how far away do I have to be, or how close do I have to be to hit him out of the sky with this move in particular. Right? Or if your character doesn't have, like, a Shoryuken input, there's usually, like, a button that you have that's, like, good for anti-airs. Like Akira has standing medium kick, or crouching heavy punch. Stuff like this, right? Stuff that'll hit them out of the sky, so that they don't get to just jump in on you and press buttons. So I find these moves, I practice them for a little bit, and then I'm like, okay, cool, I got the hang of that in the training mode vacuum. Yeah, go into the lab, solve that one problem that you're having, and then try to apply it. And then if you're having trouble applying it in a game, go back to the lab and grind it out a little bit more. And then eventually, over time, you'll get better at applying the thing that you've learned. And I think the really important thing to remember about this method is that you have to be ready and understand that you're going to lose. Right. If you try to learn fighting games all at once, you're just gonna get scared and frustrated, and you're never going to get where you want to be if you're trying to learn everything about a fighting game all at once. Right, the goal is different. Your goal is not to win the game. Your goal is to practice the concept that you want to learn. So that once that concept is solidified in your game plan, you can bring it to your real game when you're trying to win, and then, you know, have a better chance of actually winning later. But like these online games right here, they mean nothing. I mean, like, I know they mean points, right? And for some people, points mean a lot. But if points mean a lot to you, and you know you want to protect your points while you're learning, casual match exists. So you want to go into the match focusing intently on the thing that you were just labbing in the training mode, and you want to do nothing besides try and apply that thing. Even if it gets you killed, it's gonna get you killed, because only trying to do one thing in a fighting game is going to get you killed. You're gonna lose, but the other thing you're gonna do is you're gonna learn, and you're gonna get better at the thing. And if you do it that way, you won't have to spend hours and days on end in training mode just to learn a thing. And then it makes training mode more rewarding, less tedious, and you get to see the results of your training a lot faster. Which is what everybody wants, right? They don't want to put time into something without seeing, you know, without seeing it pay off. So if you just focus on one thing at a time, solve your problem, then try to... Everyone wants to win, right? Everyone wants to win. But there is nothing that will slow your progress more than a desire to win at all costs. There is nothing worse for your progress learning something than trying to win no matter what. Because when you're trying to win, you're only going to do what you know how to do. Because you know what helps you win. So you're only going to focus on things that you're already good at, which is very counterintuitive to learning. So if there's one piece of advice I can give to somebody who's trying to learn fighting games, it would be let go of your drive to win at all costs. Actually, let me rephrase that. Learn how to turn off... learn how to switch that killer instinct on and off. Because sometimes you need it, right? Sometimes you have to just body someone. And you need to have it in you to do that. Sometimes winning matters. But 9 out of 10 times, learning is more important. And winning and learning aren't usually good friends.